Nintendo were breaking up. I think this is the beginning of the end for me. You know, I have always been a mega fan of Nintendo. I have never been blind to what a company can do. I've been a PC gamer most of my life, believe it or not. You look at all this stuff behind me, you would think I was just straight up Nintendo everything. But no, I've been a PC gamer, and I've played Nintendo consoles because of the IPs, and honestly because they've always reinvented what games could be. When I think about the 1980s, and I think about when the Nintendo came out, at the time the Atari was one of the most popular systems, the ColecoVision as well. And some of the games could actually be cross-platform. You could put them in another system and still play them, which was hilarious. Arcades were super popular. I always enjoyed going to arcades. But when the Nintendo came out, I was only 5 years old. My brother got a Nintendo. We were playing the original Mario Bros. And we were playing Duck Hunt and using the zapper and all that stuff. And it was just incredible. I remember going through that game endlessly, finding out where all the secrets were, finding out, you know, about the infinite lives code, and then you'd get infinite lives and it could like skip over, and then you technically only had one or two because you went over what you were supposed to have and would go into the symbols. But we would play those games so much. We would just, I remember the infamous jump in World 8 where you got to jump over the pipe and land on the little thing and run and jump over. Those jumps were just like insane, pulling those off back in the day. My imagination just went through the roof with games like Zelda, with Metroid, right? All these amazing games like Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3 from Capcom, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I could keep going on with Double Dragon 2, one of my favorites as well for the NES. And then, of course, in 1991, my parents surprised me with the Super Nintendo, which, if you know me, is my favorite system of all time. You should definitely check out the video up here, because that goes into the games that were most important to me as a child. You know, I went from that point and I had a Sega Genesis, a Sega CD. I had a Game Boy and a Game Boy Color. And I would, play Pokemon or Link's Awakening and that kind of stuff. I was a big fan of Sonic 2 and Sewer Shark on the Sega CD. But I was mostly, at the time, a Nintendo gamer and a PC gamer, right? Getting back to it, I think something changed. I'm 41 now. Yeah, I'm getting old, right? A lot of us original Nintendo gamers, we are getting older. And money is something, it's not easy to come by. It takes a lot of work to be able to pay for these consoles and that kind of thing. And I just think about how expensive the Switch 2 is. What it does, it delivered on all the promises that Nintendo had put forward. Its backwards compatibility is actually better than we thought it would be. It's improving our games from the original Switch, which is all good things. The Switch 2 re-releases of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are incredible. Mario Kart World is a great game. It gets back to more of the core focus. I think they need to have more water maps, because those water elements to that game are incredible. Nintendo's terms of service changing feels like a violation. It feels like they are now pushing us to the brink. They're seeing how much they can get out of their loyal fans. But listen, loyalty is not bought. It's earned. We spend our money on your stuff, Nintendo. We do it because we love your IPs. But you as a company, you have betrayed us. I don't believe that anybody should hack a console. Nope, I don't. Unless it's like end of life and you're just trying to keep this thing going, you're modding it for that reason. I don't think it should ever be done, because you're stealing from a company, you're stealing from developers. I don't like that stuff. But the way you get on Nintendo, you create your own problem, right? I mean, pirates exist for a reason, because it's a middle finger to the powers that be, which is you, Nintendo. Some of your decision making as of late, the way you shit on small time, hobbyists that are just making a little fun, ROM hack of your game, or something to do with your IPs, or something that's kind of fun as a fan project. You should be supporting and celebrating that. It's stupid to me. It's free marketing, Nintendo. I understand protecting your IPs is very important, but you're coming down like the anti-fun police. It's like everything that Nintendo does right now, all their decisions is so anti-consumer. I don't understand. What has happened to the company that I knew and loved growing up? When did you become so greedy and so, like, just holding your cards to your chest, Nintendo? Embrace the fans. We are here because we love what you have and what you do. But if you keep pushing back and you keep making us feel inferior or as if we're just, like, lesser than, we will give up on you. And something has happened to me with the Switch 2 here. It's sitting there barely getting use. And yes, I get it. I'm busy. I'm a dad. I've got a full-time job. All these things. But something has changed in me. And I'm sure other people are feeling the same thing. Something has changed. I don't feel the same way about Switch 2. I love it. I think it's really cool. But it's not actually attracting my time. Maybe it's because I'm not excited anymore. I have it. I'm like a dog with a bone. I have it. It's like now I can play it if I want to play it. There's no pressure. But yeah, something is different. And I can't quite put my finger on it. I think it's the way Nintendo has made me feel towards them. All of it combined. The anti-consumer practices. The changes of their terms of service. The fact that this feels like an incremental upgrade that probably should have happened a long time ago. You know, the webcam aspect. I mean, that webcam's ridiculous. Come on, guys. That is ridiculous. That should not be as expensive as it is. It's a piece of plastic with a cheap sensor and a low frame rate. Let's be honest. Yes, you can plug in other ones. Sure. But Nintendo, you've changed our relationship. I don't know what I'm going to do from this point forward. I know I'm going to buy Nintendo games. I got Donkey Kong Bonanza on the way. I'm excited for that. I'm going to play it. I'm going to play through Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom again. I'm going to play more Mario Kart World with, you know, the fans of the channel, stream it with them, that kind of thing, and with my daughter. But yeah, this might be one of the last Nintendo consoles I buy unless they change the way they do things. And that feels really crazy to me as a super fan. I am a big Nintendo fan. I really believe in that company. It's a big part of my life. I can't think of another company that has impacted my life quite as much as they have. But I'm hurt. I feel violated. I feel like I'm part of the problem. I feel like I'm... Unless I take a stand, you know, I am part of the problem. It's crazy. My daughter is going to look at the Wii U as a nostalgic thing, just like I do with the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. She's going to look at the Switch 1 as nostalgia as well, because so many great games, that kind of thing. Big part of her childhood. I don't think she's going to feel that way with the Switch 2. I don't think she is. With these game key cards and the anti-consumer practices and the terms of service changes and all that stuff. Yeah, I don't think she's going to feel that. I don't think I'm going to feel that. Even though the Switch 2 is statistically better. It sold 3.5 million units almost instantly, which is like a 25% of what the Wii U sold over its lifetime, I believe. Something crazy like that. Something's missing, guys. Something is missing. Let me know what's missing with the Switch 2 launch for you. There's been a lot of good over the years with the Nintendo, but I feel like Nintendo, if you're listening, which I know you're not, you've changed, and we see you now. And we will not continue to support your company unless you acknowledge us, treat us with respect and integrity. If you guys like this, guys, be sure to check out my video here about the Super Nintendo, really getting into the games that were very important to me as a kid. Because I think if you're looking for a better time than right now when it comes to Nintendo, the Super Nintendo is certainly where you want to go. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you next time here at COIFISH Gaming. Bye now.